Hey guys, it's your brother in Christ, Weston. Thanks for joining me today. Today we're going to be reviewing a video from Asmongold going over the recent mass shooting that happened at a Catholic church school, I believe. It's absolutely horrendous. Let's get into it. Okay, in three, two, one. Oh, gotta make sure I turn on the audio here.
Oh, right. Here we go. A picture of Jesus Christ with his head there at a shooting target.
And they're being told that there are multiple casualties here.
At a Minneapolis Catholic church.
The FBI shooter's been identified as Robin Westman, a male born as Robert Westman. Okay, so then it's definitely this person is trans. Kill Donald Trump. Yeah, great for the children. Yeah, this guy's crazy. I do think that you see this kind of stuff a lot on Twitter. We need to start banning and deplatforming these people that post this stuff. Burn Israel. 6 million wasn't enough. So we have a Jew hater, Donald Trump hater, Christian hater.
Because let's be clear, this is life affirming and life saving healthcare. It is our job as grown up to listen and to believe them.
It doesn't even make sense. What it means to be a good parent is to give your kid gender transition surgery as a child. You want to know what's really funny? Is a lot of trans people don't even agree with this. And then here we go. Yeah, there we go. We have a protect trans kids with a knife. This is the exact kind of stuff that I think needs to be completely repudiated. This is the lieutenant governor. Is this correct? Yeah, lieutenant governor. That's crazy. People like this woman play an active role in normalizing the violent actions from this group of people. This type of messaging needs to get you on a watch list. Assange trying as hard as pushes the far right incident. Well, it's clearly not a far right person. You don't have people that are advocating to kill the current right-wing president and say that they're right-wing. The shooter was a trans neo-Nazi. Hating Jews doesn't make you a neo-Nazi. I see more anti-Semitism from left-wing people than I do from right-wing people.
I have heard about a whole lot of hate that's being directed at our trans community. Anybody who is using this as an opportunity to villainize our trans community or any other community out there, be operating from a place of love for our kids.
A lot of these people in these identity groups and these minority groups have bad behavior defended. This needs to stop. And the reason why it needs to stop is that it allows people that are like this person to go through undetected. People aren't taking it seriously because they're worried about, oh, well, we don't want to seem transphobic. There's nothing to do with their race. It has nothing to do with their gender. If the person's advocating for violence, they're a fucking psycho and they need to be institutionalized.
Yo, that that's insane. That's super sad. I think I saw, let me see. I think I saw an article on it that was like 20 people have passed away and that person shot themselves, like took their own life. Brother, you said, first of all, it's a trans person. Robert Westman, identified as Robin Westman, then said, unalive Donald Trump, 6 million wasn't enough, talking about the Jews. For the children, like I'm assuming the ones you took out, and then warns that we should not be using this as transphobia. Somebody would never say this about Christianity. They would never be like, oh, don't use this as Christophobia or something. Like, they would never do that. Never. But when it comes to the alphabet community, in terms of people, like just bad actors, let's just say in general, because not everybody's a bad actor. The alphabet community, what we're talking about, there are clearly bad actors, and there's bad actors everywhere. So we're not going to just generalize it. I don't support it. I don't agree with it for sure. Doesn't mean everybody over there is doing stuff like this, right? This is not good. And it says, unleashing terror on dozens of school children in Minneapolis. 2 children, 8 and 10, their lives were taken. In the pews they sat before the attacker turned the gun on herself or himself or whatever. At least 16 children ages 6 to 15 were rushed to nearby hospitals. They're expected to recover. My dude, there's two people right now, two families who've lost children, 8 and 10. I it's it is terrifying for me to think that it just doesn't matter, man. And I don't know what happened at this. Where was it? Um, at a church in Minneapolis, a Catholic church. Um, if security, I have no idea, and maybe they shouldn't have any security that day. Um, it's just super sad, and you have to stop making excuses for things like this. And this isn't just an opportunity for us to talk about like be transphobic. It's not that. It's that trans is not good to begin with. Like it's not about being phobic. It's not. It is demonic, bro. It's not. It's not real. Like real in the sense like you can't just be a woman when you want to be a woman, or a man when you're a woman you want to be a man, or a man who's gonna be like a woman. No, bro. This is not. There's only two genders. There's only two genders, and there will ever only be two genders. There will never be another. It's a guarantee. And the identity and the issue that happens that mentally and spiritually and physically that go on in that person's body, brother, if people can go through health issues who are not like this and have mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, um, tolls weighed upon them and on their bodies, people who don't have that but are dealing with something else, yes, it is very real. This is disgusting. The fact that you would take kids' lives, man, I just don't, I can never fathom it. And then through all of it, then take your own. Like, what? And you had mags that said 6 million, not enough, unalive Donald Trump for the kids. Like, brother, something super, super demonic, something bad, something bad. And it's something in the upbringing, something in what they're believing, who they're seeing, who they're talking to. Like you have to protect your mind. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God for the pulling down of strongholds, casting down arguments or imaginations or any high thing that would exalt itself against the knowledge of God, taking every thought into captivity to the obedience of Christ. Um, yeah, man, this isn't good. Like this is not good at all. um and it's super sad to hear like again. And we saw this last time where I think one of the security officers was able to catch the person before they came inside, and they got him. I remember we did a video on it, and it was a while back. Another church somewhere, I forgot where. um you need to be praying for these people, man. My goodness. And this is just, it's there are bad actors. Sin is sin. Weapons don't unalive people. People do. Clearly, that weapon didn't have write names on the bullets or names on the mags and say all these words. No, it is used by the person, the intent of the heart of the person that's inside of the things that are broken and messed up inside of that person. Um, and that is from demons and devils and sin and pain and brokenness. Um, and that's what we live in this person. I think they even said they did like a manifesto a couple of hours before. It's super sad. You need to be praying for the families. Protect your life, protect your children, protect your families when you go places, man, and be on the lookout because it's just like, it's just people out there, dude. You just don't know. I saw a guy walking today. We were going to go get a cookie, um, and my family and I just saw a guy walking. He's an older man, but he had parked his car like here, and he walked all this way, even though he's minding his own business. Just the idea of like the way the mannerism he carried himself or anything like that. And I'm just a man looking at stuff like this. I do this all the time, spotting people out, not because I need to be afraid all the time, but I'm just aware of people, um, and mannerisms. And it's just like, and I just kind of watched him walk really far. I was like, why would you park all the way down here? Why didn't you just park next to where you were going or closer to where you were going? Not like multiple shops down here. It's just weird, man. Um, you just got to keep your eye on people. Like you just got to know your surroundings, and then go about your day. And um, when you're in spaces and places, make sure you know where exits at. Like that's not being paranoid. It's about if something were to happen, man, you know where to go to, you know where to run to, and just know your surroundings. Like it's because you don't need to live in a paranoid space like every single time. I don't do that. What I'm saying is these are just things to do because we live in a world where people, you just don't know, right? And it's not because you do know and you're not going to lose your life that day or something's not going to happen to you and you do all the checks and balances. That's not how this works. What it means is, even if you do all your checks and balances, things can happen. Of course they can, but do your checks and balances anyways, right? Just look, man. And in this instance, that wasn't the case. And unfortunately, there are two children who lost their lives, who are with the Lord at this point. Um, and they're grieving families and children that are hurt, and people who are holding their babies and children and family and teenagers and young teens and whatever ages they are. Um, so grateful that nothing has happened, or that their children are going to recover, or whomever it is going to recover. So anyways, man, that's the video, guys. If you like the video, be sure to like the video. If you want to see more, be sure to subscribe. Pray for these families. I'll see you in the next one.